Yo, what's good guys? This is Nightwing2303 from WearTesters.com. Today we got a performance review on these bad boys right here. This to me is like one of the more surprising shoes of the year, and this is the ANTA Rondo 5. The traction is super solid on court. It's nothing special in terms of looks. There's absolutely no real storytelling here. All it is herringbone, which is great. Now the rubber compound on this particular pair is translucent, and I mean, clear rubber, it usually kind of sucks, but it doesn't always have to. And the proof of that is with these Chinese brands. For whatever reason, the Chinese brands just kind of know how to, use the proper rubber for their shoes. I don't know if it's because they're actually using the right rubber, if they've got their own compounds, or what the deal is. But usually when I play in clear rubber from other brands, it's just kind of, I don't know, like it's just like very unimpressive. But most of the time when I use them with these Chinese brands, it's always like really grippy and tacky, both indoors and outdoors. Not only that, but it actually lasts as well. There's no fraying here or anything. For example, my KD11s, those things started peeling on the bottom of the sole before I even was able to take them outdoors to test them. These guys right here, there's no issues, and I've used them both indoors and outdoors, and there's just, I mean, they look great. They look like they did on day one, other than them being dirty. But yeah, this stuff right here grips really well. It's very reliable. If dust gets too clogged up on there, just a simple wipe, clear it out real quick, and you're pretty much good to go. No complaints with the traction. If you're looking for something reliable, this is definitely one of those shoes. Now the cushion is what ANTA calls A-Shock. I've used this before plenty of times actually, and it's just one of their proprietary foam compounds. This particular version of the A-Shock cushion is not overtly bouncy. I've had some A-Shock cushion that is like really comfortable in terms of like feedback, so it feels like real responsive underneath your foot. It feels like it's got some pushback or some bounce, some resiliency. For me personally, I like a shoe that's not super mushy. I do like cushion, but I don't want it to feel like I'm like, sinking into the footbed or anything. And that's what these guys give me. They give me plenty of court feel, but just enough impact protection to where it's like, yo, you're good. Like nothing to complain about, nothing to see here. Just lace them up and play. So if you're a guard and you like that type of court feel setup, then this is gonna be one of those shoes where you're like, man, not only does it give me court feel, but it also protects my knees and all that stuff, because the A-Shock cushion is legit. Now, if you're someone that is looking for like, bounce or spring or feedback, stuff like that, this is probably not going to impress you very much. If that's the type of cushion that you are looking for, maybe look at the Clay Thompson line. The A-Shock on those models are a little bit more bouncy than something like this. Now the materials right here are what I think is just like a really good setup for a modern setup. So we have a textile or knit upper, and then we also have some fuse overlays. These are two materials that I have a love-hate relationship with. I like them when they work really well, and I don't like them when they don't. This is one of those instances where like they prove, and I'm talking about they as in like a Chinese brand, and I'm not trying to knock them as if they don't know how to make shoes, but I know that the mentality, especially for a US customer, is that Nike or Adidas or Jordan or, like one of our major brands here, they do it right and they do it best, which is not always the case. So this knit right here is just awesome. It's thick, it's durable. There's a lot of fraying at the toe where I normally like damage my shoes, so that's normal, but it has not broken through. And again, like I was saying before, it's really thick and it just feels like substantial on your foot. It almost feels like a knitted sweater and less like a really thin knit. And there's nothing really backing it either. I mean, it's just a really thick knit upper that's like, it's all knit, everything, you know what I'm saying? Like they did a really good job. If you're gonna use a knit right, and that's what this guy is right here. And then fuse, most of you guys know, I'm just not a fan of it. Like I would have loved to have seen leather and things like that on the back in place of this, but this is a cheap shoe, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not a major, signature model and stuff like that. This thing doesn't even go above $100, like if you're looking for that aftermarket price. Retail is like even less than that. So they're using cheap materials, but they're doing it in a great way, in a way that actually lasts and it's durable and they're comfortable on top of that. Like the break-in time for these was very quick. Now in terms of fit, go true to size if possible. I was actually not able to, because these shoes, for whatever reason, in most of these sizes just sell out super fast. I don't know if it's because a lot of these people are Rondo fans. I don't know if it's because they like the look of the shoe. I'm assuming it's because it's one hell of a performance model. Like these things are beasts on court. So I'm assuming it's because of that. And again, the retail price is like really reasonable for everything that you're getting. So I guess it's not super surprising that like the Chinese consumers are really up on their game. They're like, yo, this thing's cheap, it's durable, it's comfortable, it works, let's grab one. But again, I would go true to size if possible. For me, I actually had to go down half a size because it was either that or go up half a size. So when we're working with knitted uppers, I'd rather not have them fit too loose, especially once they start to stretch and break in. So I went down half a size. It worked out really well for me. If possible, go true to size. Wide footers, you might want to stick with your true size or go up half a size, especially because right here, the bottom bottom laces are actually like, you know, strands, not fly knit, not like thin strands. It's actually like nylon cables, so they're strong. And those things you can feel press on your foot a little bit once you like cinch them up. You will have to adjust your laces down there until it's comfortable for you, but just putting it out there just in case you need to know. Lockdown on the shoe though was awesome. Like everything's very simple. Nothing on here is overtly gimmicky or anything like that. Like all it is just the basic stuff of what you need, and it works. Support on these guys was very good, and I'm talking about like normally when I have a shoe that has too much support or like Hall of Fame level support, which I gave these guys. At least I'm pretty sure it was either Hall of Fame or All-Star. But either way, scores are on WearTesters.com, links in the description box. Shameless plug all day. But anyways, normally when I talk about support and when shoes are like overtly supportive, it's normally in a negative way because you can't really like move in the shoe, you know what I mean? Like they put so much support in there that you're like restricted, so you don't have a choice but be like, well, I'm not rolling an ankle today. These guys right here, they put the support in places where you absolutely need it. They reinforce it in those areas, and then they just kind of like let the rest of the shoe be. So you have a semi-wide base up front, which is great for stability. They also have the outrigger there. Again, great for stability. Forefoot stability is one of those things for a shooter where it's just like one of the things that you need. You never want to feel unstable or off balance, especially if you're pulling up quickly or off the dribble. It's just one of those things that kind of like gives you a little bit more confidence because you know that whatever you're going to do, this shoe right here is going to be able to keep up with you no matter what. And then the midfoot area does not have a torsional shank plate. A lot of times that's a bad thing, but this time around it's actually a good thing because what they did was they used these medial and lateral wings. They are on both sides. They're made out of TPU and they extend up to the midfoot area. So not only are they caging your heel into the footbed right here, giving you superb heel lockdown and support, but because they extend to that midfoot area, they act as a midfoot torsional shank. So you only move in the forefoot area. Everything else is very, very much supportive in a good way, which is awesome. And that pretty much takes care of it for the Rondo 5. These guys right here, it's just a smart sneaker. It's no frills, no gimmicks. It's got everything that you could ever want in a shoe, especially if you're a guard. Some players are going to want a little bit more cushion than what these guys actually offer, but everything else is great. The support is awesome. The materials are great. They're durable. They're lightweight, breathable, all that kind of good stuff. And then the traction is awesome. So again, that pretty much takes care of it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for all your support. I hope that this video helped you guys out. These things are pretty hard to find. I'm going to leave a link to Famuji's sneaker down below in the description box along with one of our promo codes to give you a small discount. That's where I got my pair. The last time I checked though, a lot of the sizes are just gone. So I don't know whereabout you can find these. If you can though, I highly recommend them if they offer what you're looking for, like I said before. Guys that want like a ton of cushion, this is not your shoe. Guys that want a low profile setup that's not like brick-like, this is what you're looking for, man. Like this is awesome. Any more information is available over at WearTesters.com. Like I was saying earlier, the link is in the description box. There's a little bit more detail in the written review as well as the performance scores. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for all your support, and until next time guys, have a good one.